Yeah. I think the main thing for us as we finished that was kind of talking to our seniors and sending them off. We talked about it yesterday. We had 10 guys that are graduating, and 8 of them are here. And, it's been a long journey for them. They've seen both sides of the coin. They've seen the bad in the first 2, and they've seen the beauty in the end. But at the end of it, they've shown they're much more resilient than what they've ever thought they were when they first came in this program. So I think our guys fought. They did as best they could of what we were placed in front of us. But I'm proud as a coach of what we did and what we were able to accomplish today. And now we got these 2 guys and our other guys that are returning that we're talking to about it's time to get ready for next year. Next year starts now. It doesn't start when we get into season in the fall or in the spring. So it's what we do now to prepare for later.
Thank you, Coach. Time for questions for student athletes first, please.
Davis for image. Isaiah, 14 kills on the biggest stage of the ball. How's that feel?
To be honest, I feel like I could have did more for the team. Just looking at the box scores, like in the first set, it was a big difference compared to the second and third. But I think that has a part to play with maintaining my body. Started breaking down a little bit after the second set. So that's just something I'll need to be more mindful of in the next year.
Vinny Lopes here from Off the Block. For the players, this match compared to last year's NCAA tournament match, how much improvement do you think that you were able to show everyone just how much this program's continuing to grow?
I'd like to speak on like last year, we came in with just excitement and also timid as a way because it was our first time there, and I mean we got kind of caught in the lights, and this year was different. We wanted to make sure that we knew that we belonged here, that we're gonna fight, and there's gonna be a different story than last year, and now we know it's gonna come, so that's what we prepared for.
Even though the score wasn't different, like it was still 3-0, and a loss is a loss, and I hate you. And it felt like he just said we weren't timid out there. Like last year, I didn't feel like we belonged out there. Speaking wholeheartedly, I just felt like we got the auto bid and we're here now. But this year, like with every point and every error or kill, like it felt like we really doing this right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't ever feel like we don't match up to them. So I definitely see, even though we were the 8th seed and going against number 1 seed again, like I have full confidence in my teammates that we'll be back again.
Coach, I want to ask you, that first game, it's tied 16-16. Long Beach was able to go on run. Long Beach has gotten runs like that before any team in the country, but was there anything in particular that they were able to do different late in that first game?
I think just their experience being in those situations, and when you start getting closer to that red zone, you kind of have to turn that other switch, and I think that just comes with the maturity in the sport, and where they've been a little bit more. We're still pups, we're figuring that out, and I think next year, you figure out something new every year of what you need to be better at and what you're missing, and I think third time we figured it out. By third time we'll have it ready, just like it took us 3 years to make it here, right? So by year 3, I think we'll be in a good spot.
I know Moni towards the end went on a run, but just looking at the big picture, Isaiah served 19 times, passing the ball, passing in system against arguably one of the best servers this game's ever seen. Can you just talk about his job that he's done passing this year for you guys?
Yeah, Zay is a guy that we know is always going to be the serving target. 1, to slow him down offensively, or 2, put us in a little bit trickier spot because Zay's passing has gotten better. But like the work he has put in, I think, our seniors who are graduating represented the resilience of our program and in our culture. I think the junior class represents the work ethic that we need to be champions. And Zay establishes that every day. He's the guy that we do conditioning with me, and that's already not very easy, I'll say in a nice way. But he does his own too, right? He's doing even more than that. He was doing it by himself at first, and now he's got other guys joining in. And, you hear stories about guys Guy who left UCLA to go to SC, right? Like there's a story where he got there and he's going to the weight room and he ran into a freshman and was like, hey, where you going? Oh, no, you're coming with me. Come on. Like, you want to be a champion, this is what we do. Right? And you change the culture, and I think he solidified that aspect of what we were missing, and that's why last year that kind of jump happened.
Coach Joe McCarty with Volleyball Mag. There's a lot of people today that probably had never watched you before. After today's performance, what do you hope they took away from today's match?
These guys are fighters. These guys are unified, and that you should be worried.
What do you hope for the future of the SIAC?
To start getting some respect. I mean, of course, nothing's given free in this world. We have to work and earn every single bit of it, but to start getting some respect, start getting to where, when we go look at RPIs, we look at KPIs, we win a conference match, we're not getting 0.05 for the win. That's 12 of our matches in a season, and we're getting nothing when we win them. So, our out-of-system, our out-of-conference has to be so much more difficult just to get any respect. So I think getting our conference at a spot where we're competing a little bit more and getting a little more respect for that. But we got to do the work.
Jackson, I just want to ask you look at this season, your last home match, you were literally hoisted up by people on the court. Can you just talk about what this season has meant and just the impact that you're continuing to leave this program?
This year, obviously it's my last year, and as a senior leaving, I wanted to make this year not just about me, but as for the team as well. We all put in the same work, and we fought for where we had to be this year, and wasn't expecting to be hoisted up at the end of the end. But yeah, I wanted to leave a mark on the program, but also to inspire the younger generation as well, and the people after me.
All right. I do want to end on one lighter question here. Your bench is amazing. What is the funniest thing you think that they've done all season?
Ohio State here, opening season, I forget which middle was it that was serving.
No, did you talk about the Shane Whistle thing?
No, their bigger middle is their bigger middle, and he was going back to serve, and you just hear our guys in the back going, "Ba-dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum," and everyone, even their coaches, started laughing about it, trying to hold their mouth. But for me, there are definitely moments where I'm like, ooh, cover the clipboard on my face. I shouldn't be laughing at this.